to Bizchicks TV. We're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. Here are your hosts.
Hey everybody, welcome to Bizchicks TV. This is the place for tips, tools, strategies, and everything you need to take the hassle out of your hustle. Today is Tuesday, so you know the digital diva, she's in the house, Terry Johnson, online right here from New York City. She's coming to us with the latest and greatest in social media marketing. You got to get your pen and paper. There are things happening and you don't want to get left behind. So thank you for tuning in live and on the replay. I'm Francine and TJ, take it away.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of Marketing Talk, where we talk about marketing strategy, tips, tools, and trends, and everything that's happening online to help you, have a business, a great business that's profitable and easy to run. I just tongue-tied.
Yeah, that's it.
Just got tongue-tied over the line. But we're here to make things easier and explain the changes because they're always changing. Can we agree to that? They're always changing, and always tell you not to, when you Google information about marketing and marketing strategy and what to do on social media, don't look at what's there because it's going to be old information. And a lot of it is not, doesn't show the date. I always check the date. There's a couple ways to check the date. But what I'm saying is you come here, honestly, because I'm the one that's on top of it every week. I try to stay on top of it. There's so much noise and information online, so much, but I try to filter out what's important. Like, okay, focus on this, focus on that. Don't pay attention to everything that's going on. So today we're going to talk about the interest engine, and I called it that because we've talked about how the algorithm is a matchmaker. They've designed it to find content matches with the audience, what people want, interest, what you're interested in. It's no longer about the followers. There's still people crying about the followers. We're going to talk about Instagram today, and I'm going to show you a post from the CEO of Instagram where he comes on and he explains everything. And a lot of people in the comments have thanked him for that because he doesn't have to do that. Doesn't have to tell you this is what we're working on Instagram. This is the things that you need to do. And he gives you ideas, but people are still in the comments going, we want chronological. We want all our followers to see our posts. And that is not how Instagram works. Actually, that's not how any of social media works anymore. You can go to Facebook. I've started going back to LinkedIn. I've seen some posts where people are mad on LinkedIn and, we don't get the same engagement rate that we got a year or two ago. People aren't liking our posts or seeing our posts. I'm starting to see that on LinkedIn. And it's because the algorithm has changed. It's interest-based. If I'm not interested in what you're talking about, I'm not ever going to interact with it. I'm here to tell you the truth. This is how it is. This is how it is online. If it's not something that interests me, I'm not ever going to pay attention to it. Why? Because there's so much content. There's so much content. There's so much stuff in my life, in my world. There's so much stuff going on in the country, in the world. Turmoil and things changing and people doing things. That distracts. So if I go on social media, and we've talked about why people go on social media. I think we did. There was a study I found that why they go on to be entertained. Sorry. That's how it is. They don't go on for education. They're going to be entertained. Why? Because what I just said, that things are in turmoil. Things are changing. Things are in a, what's the word? There's another word I was trying to think of. Because we talked about the consumer confidence or the consumer index, and it was a word that they use, unprecedented. We are in unprecedented times. That means things don't work the way they did before. So we cannot do the same things that we did before because the world is different. And for those who don't like the change, I don't know what to say. I feel, I understand, but we got to keep up with it as business owners, doing things online, using social media to build a business, grow an audience, get attention, all that stuff. We pretty much got to follow, the rules that they set. So Adam comes on, the CEO of Instagram, and he very nicely sits down and he's really calm, and people are in there screaming and probably cursing him out, all kind of stuff, and he just patiently comes on and said, "This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing." Da 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 da. So I really, and I've seen other people come on his posts and thank him. And when I say people, I mean people that have online businesses. Like Brock Johnson was one that I saw. When I showed the post, you'll see. I think it was Brock Johnson, a couple other people that I follow that do things online, like as businesses. They were thanking him, like, "Thank you, genuinely thank you, because you took time out of your day." As a busy CEO running a multi-billion-dollar company, he doesn't have to do these videos. Honestly, he doesn't have to do them, but he does them because it is a way to cut through the confusion of, how do I do this on Instagram? Instagram keeps moving the cheese. Instagram keeps doing things differently. He knows that we are confused. He knows that. So he says, "Well, I get my directive from the guy that owns Meta. So I pretty much got to do what he says, even though I'm CEO. But here's a way for me to come on every couple of days or whenever he gets a minute, do a really quick reel. Look at what he's doing." Matter of fact, let me look real quick. He does reels. He's not sitting around thinking about a post. "Oh, let me perfectly craft this post." He doesn't do that. Let me check real quick. Does everybody understand what I'm saying about you follow the leader, follow what he's doing? And we're specifically talking about Instagram today because there's one of his reels I want to show you. But pretty much this is how it works everywhere else. Let me see okay, here we go. Why is it coming up like that? Oh. All right, so he has some carousel posts, but most of his posts, if you look at his profile, most of them are reels. They are reels.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
We should be doing reels.
Yeah. I think I've been saying that ever since reels came out. "Oh, I don't like reels," but you should do them if you're a business owner and you want to, grow I won't say grow your following. You want to get people attracted to your business using the online tools that we have available. Okay.
So does that mean well, they are turning everything we do into reels?
They're kind of doing that too, because didn't Facebook say the Facebook Lives would be reels? I didn't really look at them yet, but I think that's what's happening.
They're making them reels.
Even though hours is an hour, it's still a reel.
It's a reel for them. And then the what is that other thing? Instagram on iPad.
Oh yes, he had a video about that also, and we talked about that on the Friday Tech Talk Weekly
Life.
Wrap Up. And I said that when I heard about the Instagram app, the Instagram app for iPad, which is different from the iPhone because it had to be designed differently because it's two different devices. Mm-hmm. So if you were using Instagram on the iPad before, I think last week or the week before, you were actually using the iPhone version of the Instagram app, and you could it would come in small, but you could zoom it. And it's I always call it Frankenstein. Like it was just like, okay, we'll just make it fit for now, and we'll work on an iPad app for later. And I don't know, it's been years. They finally got around to it. I was so excited. I ran over and put it on. I was like, well, how come the feed is reels? It doesn't show you posts. It shows you reels. Why? Because that's the focus of Instagram. Look at what they do, not what they say. Well, in Adam's case, you can look at what he says too. But look at what they do. Everybody ran over, installed a new Instagram for iPad app, immediately was like, something's wrong, and started complaining. Because he made a video, he put a reel out about it. That's why I know people complain about it. He starts off saying, why is the feed for Instagram for iPad a reel? And he explains why. It's still not gonna make people happy, but he explained why. Instead of leaving us twisting in the dark like every other CEO does. They just we talked about Blab on Friday. They just turn the lights off. They just pack up their stuff and walk away. So at least we get an explanation. Please take, be encouraged by that. So this is what we're looking at, and it's Instagram, because some reason everybody wants, I want Instagram. I want to grow Instagram. And you're really, when you're saying I want to grow my following on Instagram, you're really saying I want to make money, because if you're an influencer, you want to take that to a brand. If you're a business, you want to make money off of that. Naturally, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm stating the facts. Okay, those are the facts. So people say, oh, I want this and that and that. I'm like, no, be truthful. I want to sell something on Instagram, or I want to build up my following so I can be like Kim Kardashian, whatever influencer, and go to Nike and get a brand deal and make money like that. Two things. That's what's happening. And for some reason, it's Instagram. Even though over on YouTube, we talked about the partnership program split over there, isn't it? Is it 50, 55%?
Yeah, you get a whole lot of money from compared to everybody else. The split
YouTube
is
gives
better.
you more of the split than they take for themselves. Who does that? And you're over here on TikTok trying to get pennies on your views. They give you pennies like, on your.
Ooh. It looks like remember they walking around with a little hat or a little cup.
Yeah, the little cup. TikTok gives you pennies, but you guys love TikTok to death. And TikTok
they're giving you little crumbs, boy. At least you get a slice of bread with YouTube.
They took a crumb and divided it up into fourths or something and gave you the 1/4 of the crumb. But you're like, oh, we want to be. I'm like, I don't understand why. But here we are. So I've been on LinkedIn. People are a little upset about that because, again, they've been using LinkedIn to build their business and get clients, and that's how they get money. I understand that. But they've changed the algorithm over in LinkedIn. They've changed the algorithm everywhere. Why? Because it's the interest engine. This is where Google Plus, remember Google Plus years ago? That was the thing. Remember Google Plus? They came out with the interest engine. It was like, what are you interested in? Here's your little community. Here's your little group over here. You can do this. You can post that. You can make your groups. You can do this. You can do that. And then, Google does this thing. They, they play with a toy and then they get tired of it and then they just put it down. But I still follow people from Google Plus. I still follow people from Blab.
Yep.
That's how. So being in these little communities around interests, we've been doing it for so long. We didn't know what we were doing, that we were doing it. We were doing that. But now it is really in your face. So I say this because I see posts. I go to Reddit and people complain about Instagram. And, I saw one this week. I'm trying to remember. They were, I'm a photographer and nobody sees my photos and I'm so tired of Instagram because they don't show everything to my followers. I even made a new Instagram and I got no engagement. And I said, well, because that is 2015 thinking and not 2025.
It could be that maybe they don't like your photos.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm gonna look at it as, and while I'm talking, I'm gonna see if I can bring it up, because Reddit really saves your history for you in the background. I love that. I was like, ooh, because I'll see something and I don't remember, and then you go in and out of Reddit and then it disappears. But there's a history, and I was like, ooh, let me go in there. Oh, good. So this was yesterday. Let me read it a little bit. So I'm in the r/Instagram subreddit, which is about Instagram. Okay. I'm not sure how many people in there, how long I've been in here, but when I go to Reddit or I get a little notification on the front that catches my interest, here we go. Interest engine. I'm interested in Instagram, so I'm a part of this Reddit. That's how I got in. What has happened to Instagram? Hey, I'm a photographer and I have had an account on Instagram since 2019. To begin with, my account thrived and gained pretty much 100 followers monthly. It's pretty long, but I'm going to try to like skim through it. They took a break. They came back in 2021. They took another break, came back, took a break in 2023. They just came back. Here's the part. I find it really frustrating as a photographer who puts so much time and effort into my photos just to have them seen by virtually nobody, especially after all the hard work I put in prior to taking a break. So they're look again, 2015, 2019, pre-pandemic. They're looking at what they did. It should still work. The algorithm is also in a shambles, boosting content that doesn't deserve to be boosted. They have their own rules. So they go on and on about the boosting. Is there any way to fix this so my photos actually get seen? Or is there an alternative platform I could share my post on instead? Yes, there's lots of platforms. I have tried X, Facebook, and TikTok, but none of those have been successful. I also tried making an entirely new account, but even that one is doing badly. And they say thanks in advance for any advice. So I didn't respond to this. I usually respond, but I'm not going to respond to that because this person is still in the old way. I call it the old way.
TJ,
The old way of I post a pretty picture. And let's assume that they're a good photographer. Let's assume.
Okay, but they TikTok, X. Did they say Facebook too?
I think so. Let me see. Yes. X, Facebook, and TikTok, none of those have been successful. Again, you have to define your success. What success is, that's general. To me, and I'm assuming, just from my knowledge, because they're a photographer, they want to attract people to buy their photos or make some kind of money. Okay. They're not on Instagram to share my look at this beautiful photos, which a lot of photographers will do. Like they take a great photo, they watermark and share it online because they want to share the beauty of the scene that they captured. No, this person wants to make money because they use the word successful at making money or selling whatever.
So there was a photographer that I was following when I went into Instagram because he was in the Antarctica. And he
gorgeous photos, right?
Gorgeous photos, and had a little story about the photo and something that was happening in Antarctica. It was interesting.
Right.
Oh, there's the word. It was interesting. And I followed him because he had interesting photos from Antarctica. I can't go to Antarctica.
Right. But did you interact with the photos? Like
yes.
That's another piece of it. That's another piece of it.
Interest.
Engagement.
Story.
Engagement. Those are signals to Instagram that, hey, friend likes this. The next time this person posts, or I will go back and pull up a recent photo and put it in her feed because it's fishing. Here's the bait. Friend liked it in the past. She's coming back. When she comes back, here you go.
Oh, you like that. He has another story about Antarctica.
This is how YouTube works. You go to YouTube, you watch a video almost 96, let's say 90%, 80% through whatever the ranking is that YouTube has. I don't know what the ranking is. It's not 100%. You don't have to 100%. You can, But YouTube has a maybe, I'll say 80%. Maybe watch 80% of the video. To them, that's a good indicator ranking of you liking that content creator and their content. So the next time you come to YouTube, guess who you're going to see? The next video from that person. That's why the guy, remember you was talking about the guy, the young guy on YouTube is saying,
something with Trey, learn with Trey.
Yes, he was saying upload more than one
video. Yeah, because he said that not Instagram, YouTube would serve your video up based on other people. It wasn't you, it was the person's interest. And if your content in your description, if your description matched what somebody was looking for, YouTube would go and tell those people, hey, look over here. It's not them sending you out, it's them finding what the other people are wanting to see and see if your stuff is a match for them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Match
interest
also signals that each platform sets up. For YouTube, it is watch time, not subscribers. Not subscribers.
Not followers, not subscribers.
No, not subscribers. And if you don't believe me, go watch Think Media on YouTube. That's all they talk about. It's not subscribers. He tells you what it is. Now, subscribers are nice on YouTube, but that's not the metric that is so important to YouTube. It is watch time, which is what I just said. I watched the video. Maybe 70, 80% of it. Bam, YouTube got you. They know what you like. Oh, you like this? And then they'll match other content creators that have similar types of video because you showed interest. Does everybody see that?
Right.
We're so into it.
And
we're so into it.
Yeah. See, and if you're not into it, they're not, by you either telling them that you're not into it.
So let me get I want to wrap up this Reddit post. There's some other comments here that I've seen, but this one was and of course Reddit will show the comment that got the most like up arrows and stuff. So it says, this person said, I agree. Instagram as a platform is just ruined. The reach is dead and they keep changing the algorithm and making crappy updates. But every update, the app feels worse. Most of my followers won't see my posts, non-followers either. No new accounts can find you. It's a dead end. I'm so sad that they ruined Instagram completely. Okay, so that kind of encapsulate the post that I saw. Because when I see things like that, I was like, oh, you're still the old way. You're still followers. You're still looking at it. And I'm like, the new way is interest engine, matchmaking, bringing content that the user likes. It wants to serve you.
TJ, you need to have a box of Kleenex or tissue or something. Just keep a box of tissue because
I see it time and time, constantly. And I'm not picking at this person in the Reddit. I'm just like, mindset, look what's happening. Adam tells you what's happening. Adam gives you advice. YouTube gives you advice also. I think they have a creator academy or something.
They do.
That video.
Yes, and they will tell you what to do to be successful on the platform.
So why aren't people following the advice? That's my real thing. I mean, because I could see if they, meaning all the platforms did this, switch to AI algorithm, interest-based matchmaking, and didn't help. They are doing it and have been helping. All you have to do is read and watch what they are telling us. But there's people constantly going, this doesn't work. Give us chronological. This doesn't work. I did this in 2015 and this guy took a break. Fine. You can take a break. I always advocate for that. But when you come back, say, wait a minute, did things change? Let me go see if anybody talked about it. Bam, we're talking about it. A whole bunch of people are talking about it. I was on LinkedIn, and again, I go into LinkedIn, and the people that I follow and I've had an interest in and liking their posts, when I see their stuff, I go over there. I see Mark Schaefer, I see the AI SEO people, I see this and that, because I've told LinkedIn this is what I want. So I saw one post from somebody saying that, oh, the engagement is down over here. No longer can I do and get clients or get this or get that. And they're mad. I understand being mad. But you got to say, wait a minute, what works now? It's 2025. What's the new way? So that's what we're talking about. What's the new way? The interest engine. Simple. It's so simple. People like and follow what they like and follow. Interest. People in real life, what do? Your friends, you hang with, because you guys all like some kind of common denominator, something that brought you together. Do you hang out with people that you don't like? Or, I mean, some people do, but I'm like, you have a common interest. I wouldn't hang out with a group of people that like golf, even though they're great people. I don't like golf because that's what they're going to be talking about. And I will be lost. I'll be like, well, I'm not interested. I don't understand. It's not something I want to learn about. Hey, I'll catch you guys later when we talk about the Gilded Age or the TV show or something else that I like. And I'll go and talk to those people. See? That's how it works. I don't understand the confusion behind. Let's continue to beat the drum of what doesn't work, because that's what we want. I don't get it. And I see it constantly. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk about it until we get it, until we get away from the number of followers, which is a popularity contest, that's high school. Who's the most popular? Oh, the homecoming king and queen, the cheerleader, and the captain of the football. No, we're not doing that. We are gathering in like-minded communities, and the platforms are pushing that. Why?
Yep.
Why?
And you mentioned this already, but Google had it when they had Google circles. What was it?
Community plus.
Yeah, the
community, the group,
whatever the pages. Was it Google Pages?
I can't. They had so many great things. I'm trying to remember.
The one where you would be, I'm interested in tech. So all the people who were doing stuff in tech.
I think it was communities. They might have had another
Google
name.
Pages.
Google Pages.
The app that you just went to, and I was following people over on Pages. Yeah. And I was
Circles.
Like,
they had something called Circles.
Circles.
They had Google Circles.
It was a community based, and I was like,
all of that was interest based. And I can't even remember when Google Plus came out.
Google, that was it. It was Google Plus, but it was Google Plus, and they dismantled it before it got off the ground.
Right,
but it was working.
Right. So I mean, I don't know why Google Alphabet does the things they do. That's internal stuff. But I do look at the pattern of it. So Google Plus, whenever it was before, here we are, 2025. The new way, which is not the new way. Fran and I talk about Google Plus, we've already been exposed to that since then.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they took away Google Plus and they were like, oh, social media. Remember, Facebook used to be friends and family. That's who you saw. And remember when they changed it a few years ago and people went crazy like, who is this in my feed? Because that was the switch to interest base. But the thing is, why? Because the user experience is pleasanter, is pleasant. The user is happier. Happy users do what? Stay on.
They stay on and they tell other people.
And they come back. Why? So we can show you ads, and that's how we make money. If they didn't make money that way, we would all have to pay a monthly fee to access Facebook. That would be a monthly fee. Just like with okay, now Snapchat, the Snapchat Plus, and I think there's some other things that have the plus. Like X has a you pay $4.99 a month. What? That's a supplement. But what I'm saying is, if they weren't making so much money off of ads and making revenue that way, they would just completely. And then here it is with streaming. Why is streaming ads? And some of the streaming channels used to be, we have no ads. Here, pay this subscription fee at that a month. But then they had other options of, well, it's low. It's the monthly fee is lower if you allow ads, because they get money from ads. They get money from ads. It's really simple. So, I mean, I really wanted to explain this because I saw this from Adam, and this meaning a reel. I think this was his post from last week. So I'm gonna show it and we're gonna talk about it. So let me, hopefully I can bring it. Yeah. All right. So I was already watching and I paused it. So it's gonna, hopefully it comes up. Okay. All right, let me switch back. So, okay, that's a good view, right? Okay, so this is, I watched it. It loops, and reels will loop. So I'm gonna hit play. Hopefully the sound, yes, the sound is there.
Today I want to talk about where Instagram is going. Just a few weeks ago, we hit an amazing milestone, which is over 3 billion monthly active users using Instagram, which is just a mind-blowing number to try to wrap your head around. And when we hit those types of milestones, I think it's really important to take a big step back and think about how we got here and where we're going. And if you look at the last few years, almost all our growth has been driven by DMs, Reels, and recommendations, content from accounts you have not yet decided to follow. And because of that, we're going to continue to focus on those products and reorient the app more around DMs, Reels, and recommendations over the next couple months. But in that world, where following still matters, but not as much as it used to, I think we need to figure out a way to give you more control over the experience, to shape it into something that you love. And so today we're going to start testing a new way for you to tune your algorithm. This was heavily inspired by a meme on Threads over a year ago called Dear Algorithm, where people actually ask the algorithm to do things, show them more of certain things and less of others. And you'll be able to actually go to, in the settings, a page that lets you know what we think you're interested in. And then you can make all the changes you want. You can remove things, add things, and those changes will be reflected at first in the Reels tab, and then eventually also in Explore and in Feed. I found it actually a really kind of meaningful way to shape the experience and correct Instagram when it's getting things wrong, and add things that I love that Instagram didn't figure out that I was interested in. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Hopefully it's a meaningful way for you to control the experience in a world where we're going to continue to lean into DMs, Reels, and recommendations. Again, I just want to thank you for all the things that you've all done to help make Instagram what it is today. It's been an amazing ride, and we've got a lot more to do. More to come soon. Peace.
Okay, let me pause that. All right, so he said a lot. So did we get what he's saying?
DMs, Reels, recommendations.
Mm-hmm. Did he say likes?
DMs, Reels, recommendations. The other stuff was supporting characters to the DMs, Reels, and recommendations.
Okay, so he said a lot, and I did I have the text of it, so I want to see. All right, so this new feed is going to allow the user to control their feed. And do you remember that Gary Vaynerchuk said you are the algorithm?
He did.
All right. Oh, hey,
Mark.
Yeah.
He says, how does one focus Instagram on DMs? That seems like an odd feature to accentuate.
It's because your content is supposed to facilitate conversations.
Right. And people reach out. And so if I want to ask you more about whatever it was you posted, or if I need to do anything, I DM you. Tell me more about that.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is, you talk to the person about it.
Yeah, it's like in a in a networking event. Oh, so what do you do? And you guys have a conversation. So the conversation is happening in the
In the
DM,
DM.
and you're not asking, "Hey, come over here and talk to me in the DMs." Your content is naturally supposed to encourage conversation between you and that person, just like in real life. So that's what's going on. Again, we are moving away from presenting content and then I done my part. You can't do that anymore. We have lost that. That has gone away so far to where and like I said, I talked about the Reddit post, and the guy was like, "Well, in 2015, all I had to do was post, and I was golden." No, 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 no. It doesn't work that way in 2025. Mark has another comment.
He says, I know how DMs are used, but how do they accentuate that in the design?
I'm not understanding. What do you mean accentuating the design? When you're making a post, you're supposed to encourage the conversation in a natural conversational way. Hey, you got a question, hit me in the DMs. Or I've seen, let me see. Hold on. Because is that what you're talking about, Mark? Because I'm not sure about the design part of it. Let me see. There's a person I follow that does it perfectly. Let me see. Oh shoot, I don't remember his name. Yeah, let me know, Mark.
Are we talking about Brock or somebody else?
No, I can't remember his name.
Was he the?
Let me see.
He says what they are focusing on it. What is to focus on? The capability has been existing. It might be where you can. I know there's a way that you can.
It's about signals. These are internal things, not external. This is what Instagram. Like I said, Adam gets his marching orders from Zuckerberg. And the marching orders for any corporation is growth. And they've decided internally how to do that with all of the things that they have going on. Adam gets his instructions of grow this, do this by 5%, 10%, whatever. It's internal. So they've done the numbers. They looked at, and it matches what they want to do internally. They're not going to tell us what they want. I'm just guessing. And they know because of the age group that uses Instagram and how they use social media. They use it like Snapchat. Snapchat is all about conversations, private conversations.
I know they do something like in LinkedIn, they'll tell you to do where you can put text or not text this number. You know how we text biz to 33777?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the DMs, you can say, hey, reply cats in the DM and I'll send you a funny cat video.
Yes.
And they use the DMs that way, and people are engaging with people. Maybe you want more of what you're hearing or whatever, and you put a keyword or tag or something into the DM. And I think I did that with somebody when I signed up on their list to get a free something type action in the DM and get our free blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And that is working for a lot of people.
Right. Like I said, they have internal numbers. They know that reach is down. They know reach is, things are happening, and they know where where things are happening, like what's hot on our, they know that internally, and it is the DMs. I'm trying to find somebody that I know that does it. I'm not getting it. And I'm not talking about the ManyChat people that say comment the word, da, da, da. I'm not talking about that. Okay. That's a part of it, but there's a way that they do it, and I'm trying to remember. Okay, I'm not finding it. I will when I find it later, I will
Put it in there.
yeah, I'll talk about it. And also a lot of the people that are successful at it are making content where the conversation naturally flows. It's not a billboard. And a lot of people use Instagram as a billboard. Boom.
Or they
That's not how it works. Hey,
okay.
Dr. Tachi.
Hey, Dr. Tachi. They don't it when you say it's not a billboard, I take it to mean that you are saying be engaging and talk to people and not just stick up a sign. Okay, you know how you go through the neighborhood and there are people got signs posted all on stuff, but they're not
Yeah.
talking to you. They come to your event just to pass out flyers and
Right.
not become a part
Engage.
of the
Yeah.
community or engage.
Right. Right. So let me get into some of these comments, and then I want to take this down.
Okay.
Here's helping cats. I do not like a feed full of recommendations. How about you just show us the accounts we want to follow? IG is growing, but nobody wants recommended content all day. Just make a separate feed for recommendations. Leave our following feed separate. Oh, okay. What you guys have done is literally made having a following irrelevant. Yes, it is irrelevant. It is irrelevant. It is interest engine. The interest engine. So somebody said just because we like funny or shocking videos doesn't mean that's all we want to see. Everybody on Instagram is not watching funny and shocking videos. I don't watch dancing videos. I don't watch the hilarious what are the challenges that the kids do and somebody falls down and breaks their back, and I don't watch stupid stuff like I'm calling it stupid. I don't watch stuff like that. If that person watches it, that's their feed, curated their feed. My feed shows me stuff that I want.
And then he said they're going to further help you curate your feed by asking you what topics, so you can go in there and put the topics that you're interested in.
Yeah,
what I saw.
that's this. So this is a step further of, okay, you guys still aren't getting it. Well, here's an option to go in and tell us exactly what you want to see. Fran said Antarctic photos and videos because I'm not going to Antarctica. I like travel videos. I like the videos where people are cooking or they make those geode cakes, the cakes that look like rocks and stuff. All of that, all of those things, I will now be able to go on Instagram and say, I like this, that, and that, and that. And a matter of fact, I'm trying to think of the platform because I haven't, we haven't signed up for an account in a long time. So remember, I'm not sure if it's Instagram or X or whoever it was that was like, when you sign up, they said, oh, what are your interests? And you click your interests. Mine are always business, marketing, this, that, and that, and that. It's never golf or sports, that's what I mean. So that's what they're doing now. They're allowing you, Instagram is allowing you to say, hey, I don't want to see that junk. I want to see the stuff that I like. Here's a button. Go in there and tune your feed, curate your feed. And you'll never see that stuff again. One more. So this 215 shooter, hey, he said, my man, we want chronological feed showing our content to all followers. We don't want the app throttling how many of them see our content based on how initially does. Suggestions are cool, but it's people I follow whose content I never see unless I go to the page. You're supposed to interact with it. I follow them for a reason, vice versa. It's crazy that we always ask for the same thing over and over, but continue to get stuff we didn't ask for. That will continue. That is presented to us as this revolutionary breakthrough. Please do better and actually listen to your users. Actually, they're listening to the users. Because if you follow what's going on, and I'm going to take this down because we're done with this. Let's get back to. Oops, what happened? I was on another page and I did not see where Fran disappeared to. Okay, so Oh, here. Did we? Hey, Mark, did we show this already? I still wish IG would allow the author of the post to include a functional link. I know that they want to keep you on the app, but I don't know if we discussed that. Fran is here. Hey, Fran. I don't know what happened, but you're muted. Or the sound. No sound. Oh, that's cool, Stream. I put the little dots next to the mic. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting like like when did they do that? There's little dots next to your mic to let you know that your mic is working. I love that. Okay, I'm Mark. Let's get back to that when Fran gets her sound. We still can't hear you. Do you see at the bottom, Fran? You need the 3 dots next to your mic. It's not on. To see mine. See how mine has the little 3 dots while I'm talking, and yours doesn't have the little 3 dots moving. Okay. Dr. Touch says yes, functional links would be good. Okay, so let's get Fran on and we'll talk about that. Mark says, I don't want to go to your link tree and bio. Give it to me here. So Fran is back off again. Well, okay, so let's take a look at that, because you have to remember what Instagram was in the beginning. It was an app to show photographs. It was a feed of photographs, and the original creators of Instagram did not want it to be something where you clicked on a link and you went somewhere, because they were trying to keep you in the app to look at these gorgeous photographs or what people were talking about in Instagram. So that's why it's not a thing. I don't think it's ever going to be a thing, because fast forward to 2025, links take you somewhere else. LinkedIn doesn't give you it doesn't promote your posts as much if you put a link in there. I believe Facebook was the first one to do it, because it takes you off the platform. Again, these are things that they're not going to do, because the whole purpose of it is for you to be on the app. And we could talk about when social media first started. I remember 2007 with Twitter. It's gone, but, it was a great thing. It was a lot of conversations. People were talking to each other, and then it turned into this money-making thing. So that's where we are now, 2025. It's about revenue for the platform. It's about people coming on and wanting to make money. Nothing wrong with that. But you have to look at the focus of the app, the purpose of the app. And people are talking about, well, back in the day. So just like if you missed it, I was reading a Reddit post that I saw in Instagram subreddit, and they were talking about how things were so easy for them. They could just come on and post. It was 2015. I was like, well, time moves on, things change. So I don't know how else to put it. But let me get back to the notes that I have while we wait for Fran to come on. And okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. So we're moving from getting back to the marketing part of this. Marketing used to be about persuasion. You made an ad. It was to sell soap. You persuaded them with the soap opera, and you threw the ads in about the soap, P&G. You had to persuade the customer, the consumer, to buy your product. 2025, it's not about that. It's about trust and proof. Because we're in a different world. We're not in the 60s where it was like, when they did the soap opera, for example, it was married women at home. The husband went out to work, and they, how do we reach them? How do we persuade them to buy our soap versus the competitors? So it was all about persuasion. Now we're in a spot where information is readily available 24/7. You can pick up your phone or device, wear your glasses, whatever it is, and you're going to get the information you need. Remember, we're also in an AI world where you go to search for something on Google, it's 0 clicks. You don't have to go to a website. The AI returns all the information in that AI overview. You go to Perplexity or you go to Chat, whatever tool you use, it brings it to you. It gives you the answer. You, the user. I don't have to determine, well, there's a list of SERPs, search engine result page. I got to fly in here. Search engine result page where Google used to work, let's say 2000, and you would get a list of 10. You would type in something, some keywords, and you would get a list of 10 websites. And you had to determine based on what you saw in a little snippet, well, is this what I want? Or is that what I want? Or is this what I want? Now you don't have to do any of that. There's no, I need to figure it out. The proof is right there. Boom. I'm not saying it's correct. I'm not saying that the AI gives you correct information. You still got to, discern and use your own, not advice, but your own discernment to figure out, is this what I want? Was this content what I wanted? Whereas now it's zero click. They call it zero click. I don't have to click on a website. Google gives me the AI overview right there. Boom. That's the AI part of it. So we're in that world where there's no more persuasion. It's now about proof. Proof that you have the answer that I want. And it's so quick that they move away. Boom. Because we're in that kind of world. We skim. It doesn't fit. Move on. All interest-based, all proof-based, all of that. So, Fran, is your mic working?
It's working now.
Okay.
I'm actually using my iPhone.
Yeah, to for the mic.
Yeah, because I'm not sure what is going on, so I got to check my system.
Okay. All right. So we were.
But you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. And then the little dots at the bottom, which I thought was pretty cool. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
So you can tell your mic is working.
Yeah, and I don't know why my whole system just crashed. I want to find out why.
Oh my goodness. Sorry. Like, what? Something outside is on a horn. Like, never heard that before. So that's kind of like what I wanted to talk about in the interest engine, and talk about. And I've said, we've talked about this before, that the followers count doesn't really matter. That you really have to match your content is now going to be matched up to an audience. Is not about subscribers and followers, although that metric is still there. That's not the most important metric anymore. And as far as Instagram, you can tell because they have changed everything to views. If you look at your analytics, they no longer look at impressions and I forgot what the other one was. Everything is a view, even though it's not a reel. Everything is views. How many eyes looked at it? The eyeballs looking at it. That is another signal of things changing. From the followers see everything. And as you can see in that post I showed you, the comments were specifically about that. Show my content to every person that follows me. And every person that follows you may not be interested because they haven't they haven't interacted with your post in some way. A like, right, a follow. What did he say? He said DM what did he say? I have written down.
DM reels and recommendations.
Yes. That's what's going on. And I always say, you got a like, that doesn't go to the bank. It definitely doesn't go to the bank now. So these are the things we have to look at. I mean, there's more to talk about, but I just specifically saw that reel, and I said, again, here's Adam explaining it, and again, I look at the comments, again, the same. So we're doing this dance. We're doing this dance, and I don't know how long some people are gonna do the dance, but we're not doing it anymore. We're moving fully into interest engine, interest base. Matching up, your content gets matched with people that are interested in it. I always like to use the golf analogy. If I don't like, I'm not ever going to see a piece of content about golf because I never interact with it.
So when you said interest, the interest engine, it signals to me that I need to be interesting.
Well, okay, let's talk about that. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do it, because there was somebody that said about the dancing and I forgot what that
The
comment
cats,
was.
wasn't it cats and dancing or something? They
No, it
didn't.
was something about, oh, I don't watch. I forgot what it is. But I've always said you don't have to be the dancing, the man with the monkey and the clapping and the one man band do with the cards. You don't have to do that. You didn't have to point. Is anybody pointing in their reels anymore? No, because those are tactics that don't work. What works, and I've seen it time and time again, is somebody who didn't dance got on, and this specifically is TikTok, got on TikTok just like this, talking about Facebook ads, explaining what they know about Facebook ads in a way that connected with somebody who doesn't know about Facebook ads, a business owner probably, or somebody interested in growth and doesn't know where to start.
So
he knows where to start because he's been doing it for like 12 years.
So he does value posts.
Yeah.
And I'm going to call them value reels because a value post is still very valuable, but a value reel will get you more notice because
he was like, and this, I heard this a lot with in the beginning of TikTok, a lot of business owners, I don't dance, I don't want, because that's what it was. It was kids dancing and people pointing and getting their kids. I was like, those are all tactics. They don't work in the long term. What works in the long term is giving people the answer that they want. I think Think Media talked about that. I'm trying to remember what they were saying about you giving the answer. Whether it's YouTube or Instagram or LinkedIn, you have the answer. Somebody has a question. What is the question that a beginner has? What is a question that someone who's been doing it for 3 years has? Maybe they're not a beginner, but they're trying to figure out how to grow. And you know that because you've been through that journey or you have that experience. Fran knows how. Well, what's the thing about selling a house? What's the first thing a beginner? I don't know anything. What do you tell them? And you get on, right? And you just, hey, let me tell you, your first time buying a home and you're afraid and you don't know what to do and you don't know what you need to know, I'm going to give you the basics. And you just do some videos, you do some reels, you do some shorts, you go to LinkedIn, because LinkedIn got people that want to buy a house.
And you give them digestible pieces of information that they can use right now, and they'll come back to you for more
conversational stuff. Because on LinkedIn, they're more serious, business minded, network minded. They're not over there woohooing it up like TikTok. That throws them off. That doesn't attract them. But if you're on there talking and they can see, oh, they go to Fran's LinkedIn bio, certified real estate the 20 years whatever it is on your bio, that puts them at ease. And they say, okay, this person knows what they're talking about. That's the trust, the proof part of it. And then you continue to make content over there. I don't know why, some people can't get the LinkedIn part where I got to go over there and talk about business. No, you don't. You go over there and talk about whatever. Your bio does the talking for you, that you are a licensed therapist, certified, 30 years in the business, blah, 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 whatever it is, concrete, paving. I don't care what it is.
And you have to put something of value out.
And the value is you simply talking.
And it's not the sales page.
I don't have to put on a sparkly outfit and be Shaka Khan or whoever. And I don't have to do that. I don't have to be Tina. I don't have to do all that stuff. I can just be me.
Mark is funny. Mark says, I want a feature where followers are monetarily punished for not liking my obviously clever posts. And where the cash is immediately deposited into my account.
And see, I know Mark is joking, but a part of that is what people are thinking. I always say they think that Instagram is a ATM machine. It can be, but those people already have their system in place. They already provided value content, like Fran says. They already provided proof of experience. They already talk about that they walk the walk. They know that, and it comes through in them simply sitting here and being a talking head and talking about the fear that the person has, or the I don't know, but I want to know because I want X. You focus on the outcome of what your target audience want. What do they want? They want something. They're online searching for the answer. You got to figure out what they're searching for, match it up to what you know and provide, have a system, and it will be as easy as cash getting deposited. And I've seen some people that say that and they're not telling the truth, but some people are. The ones that I know that I have been following for a long time, and they say they've made that. I know they have. Not the ones that get on, oh, you want a 7-figure, did you want? I'm like, you're just selling me, you're trying to sell me you're trying to sell me some kind of system that you bought into, but you really didn't grow that way yourself. And it's easily identifiable because there's proof. There's something called proof. People, the internet has been around for how long?
It's been a minute. How long? I'm gonna go back toward the 50, when they had ARPANET and the rest of
right
that.
But I mean the internet, like in the sense of a browser, like
Netscape,
Netscape, and people, blogs version 1. What's the Google had the blog, was it Blogspot or blog something they had?
Oh yeah,
Tumblr days when people had those days, blog web 1.0, when people were just doing blogs and people were like, what is a blog? I remember those days when people said, what is a blog? They didn't know what a blog was. Those people, if they're still doing things today, you can pretty much trust them. Pretty much, because they built up trust over time. So there's more about the interest engine. There's more about this interest base, about the, and we've talked about it. It's not about following, it's about an interest and matching up with your content with those people that want it. So we're getting heavily into where the users are going to be able to have that little tuner in Instagram and say, I'm only interested in these things. Now, if you're in that grouping, you're good. If you're not, it's okay. Like I said, my thing isn't going to be golf. Somebody else's thing is going to be golf. I know Fran likes golf. Her thing is going to be golf. And she's going to see golf content all day, every day. And then she's going to be able to.
I get that on my YouTube feed.
See?
Everybody trying to tell you how to swing or tell you what golf ball to use.
And what do you do? Right. And good example, what do you do with that? You figure out, is that what a beginner needs, or an intermediate or advanced level, whatever level content, what do they need? And then you say, well, if all the competitors are doing it this way, I'm going to talk about that topic, but I'm going to do it in my way, in a different way, and get the interest that way.
Right.
Because YouTube is going to show it to people who are interested in golf. You are going to be the differentiator and stand out and do it differently. That's what the key is. You got to figure that out, though. You got to figure that out. Just like I said, the guy that was the Facebook ads, and he went on TikTok, and I remember he was on Threads talking about debating, well, should I go on TikTok? Because that's not really my thing. He's like, I don't dance, and he, finally did it, and it was like, oh my God. So that's pretty much it. So we're in this now. AI is running things, people. AI is running things.
And running them and doing a pretty good job on most of it. But we still have to have our hands on the controls.
Yeah. It's still, listen, the engine still needs content. It might be an interest engine instead of following, but there's still content. It needs content. That's the gas. That's how it runs. If there's no content, the engine doesn't run. There's no gas, the engine, no oil, the engine doesn't run. Are you going to go somewhere in that car? Nope. Nope. And I mean, talk about the electric vehicles, but you still, hey, it still needs fuel.
It
needs
still needs
somewhere
some
to
type
move.
of fuel.
It needs to move. So there we go.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk more about this, but this is what I wanted to bring up because I saw this reel from Adam again. So if you're not following Adam, please do, because he will lay it out for you on his
right,
page.
especially if you're using Instagram or want to use it. Now, if you want to learn more about marketing and get really master it, I suggest you reach out to terryjohnsononline.com/info. Yes, you can come here on Tuesday and Friday and learn some things, but I think a sit down or an appointment to get your marketing together may need to happen. Sometimes you just need to talk to somebody who already does it.
Yeah, ask me a question. I have no problem answering a question. And here's where the thing with the DM comment. I know a lot of people don't want to do it publicly, ask a question because oh, this is stupid or what. No question is stupid. None. Ask any question, hit me in a DM. We can talk there. On any of the platforms. It doesn't have to be Instagram.
And that's a conversation between you and the person. That's TJ and you having this conversation. Whereas if you're in the chat, everybody is seeing your stuff.
Right. There are some people that don't want they don't want their business in the street. They don't want to look, I don't want to look like I don't know, that kind of thing. So
right.
That's where the private conversation happens.
Because there's the comments and then there's the DMs.
And it's not about sales, it's about the conversation and the connection. You go. It can be about sales. Now, don't get me wrong. This process of being online, like I said, people want two things. They either want to build the following to get the brand deal, or they want to make sales. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way that the platforms are handling your content may be a roadblock to that. So let's get unstuck. Let's not be stuck in the mud.
And so terryjohnsononline.com/info, she can help you get unstuck.
Yep.
All right. And now we got some really good news for you, because you can become a part of the Bizchicks community. You can go to bizchicks.net. Our website has been upgraded and we want you to check it out. Now, we still got a couple of things that we're doing, but we want you to check it out. So I'm going to share my screen.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, we got some new toys going on.
Oh.
We're putting some courses together for you. When you join the community, you'll have access to those courses. We got some coaches that's going to help you out and do some things with you. TJ being one of the coaches, but you need to go to terryjohnsononline.com/info. Make sure you do that. So when you come in, you can join the community. It tells you why we started Bizchicks. We'll be having courses. We got some coaches. Some of these tools will be active, our success stories and things of this nature. And here, where you can get a free plan to action app. We get tired of talking about taking action. We plan. At some point, we need to act. This little 5-minute going from plan to action will help you. It is free for you to join bizchicks.net, get on our mailing list, and just go to bizchicks.net. I'm going to put that in the chat for you.
All right.
But it's free.
That looks cool.
And for you to sign up for that. And we want to make sure that you can get the help that you need to take the hassle out of your hustle. And so I've been playing with some stuff.
Oh, nice.
Let's go. Let me put this in. Where are my comments? Right here. And here's the link in the comments. You can go straight there and it will take you to our stand store and you can sign up. You can also sign up on Bizchicks to come to attend our first Monday meetup that's coming up October the 6th. And we got Nikki T, Wellness Maverick, coming to talk to us. And you can sign up for that at the same time.
Cool.
Right. And then you can also join by the regular route of texting biz to 33777.
All right.
But we're putting together some new tools to help you take the hassle out of your hustle. We had to take the hassle out of some of the tools that were out there. And so we've been playing to do that. We've been playing around, moving stuff. And so
Cool.
check it out. The website still has a couple of things that we're tweaking, but we want your opinion so you can be our beta testers and, leave us a little information like, okay, this link is wonky or whatever. Just let us know. And we want you to have fun with it. We want you to have a place where you can come and get the information that you need. So with that, we want to say thank you for tuning in live and on the replay. And TJ will be back next Tuesday. So, mark your calendar. We're going to talk about calendars and the importance of when you have something important like marketing talks. The things that you really want to do, go on a calendar.
Yes, I agree. And I haven't used my calendar to the best of its ability. I really should. So,
right.
Good idea.
And so that's why we put TJ on the calendar for Tuesday and put learning on your calendar.
Ooh, that's an idea. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Put learning on your calendar. Put TJ on your calendar.
I just had an idea. Okay.
What do we do on Friday? Tech Life Weekly. Put that on your calendar too, because we're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle. Every day this week, you can find something to help you do that. Monday, we talk about coffee talks. Tuesday, TJ. Wednesday, Coach Karen talks about your money. Thursday, Robin and her guests help you with your healthy habits. And then we're back on Friday. So thank you again. We look forward to talking to you next time. And it's okay to make money in your business. So don't forget to go to the front of your own line. Thank you, TJ. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Mark, Dr. Tachi, and all of you guys who are sitting in the back over there watching and not saying nothing. Thank you.
Replay viewers, thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
We really do. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in today. We trust you've learned something to help you build a more profitable business and take the hassle out of your hustle. See you next time.